What's up, my cannonballs? We're back for a short, quick second. Just for a short, quick second. Just for a short, quick second. A short, quick second. Just for a short, quick second. A short, quick second. A short, quick second. Just for a short, quick second, man. I'm outside, getting some air and things like that. You know how I do. Just getting some air. You know what I mean? Some fresh air. It feels good outside. What's up, TC Rex? I love just getting some fresh air and just clearing my thoughts. Just clearing thoughts and just thinking about just future things. But that ain't why I'm here today. No, that ain't why I'm here today. That ain't why I'm here today. You guys, it's been a pattern of people being on YouTube, hmm especially on YouTube. You know, and all they really have to well, some of them have to offer is playing music for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, and they want us to believe that they are not geeked up or doing a substance. Now, if you can see a person's face, honestly, and they showing you what they doing, you know, and you know it ain't hard drugs, yeah, we can see why they may want to continue to do it. But it's times where you don't always see their face. And even if you do, we don't know what these people are doing before they get online for all these hours because why are we making videos, you know, 11 hours, 10 hours, and it's just you, you know? It's always a big sea turtle. Shout out to my sis because that was a funny read. It was. I enjoyed it. Shout out to the sea turtle. I mean, no, it was a big sea turtle. Not shout out to her, no, but it was a big sea turtle. And it looked just. She looked. And you know what? Now I can see it. If I look like a turtle, baby, I can see the sea turtle in you. I ain't gonna lie to you. No, I think he may have called me a frog or something. One of the two. I don't know. But I didn't give a damn about it. You know, you were just judging all the like how you normally would do it. And that's why look, people are tired of you, and they really have been seeing you for who you really are, you know. And I don't understand when you are going to give it up, just like a few other folks on here need to give it up, and just go back to doing what they were doing before they decide to make accounts to get on YouTube and talk all crazy, you know. Some people really need to give it up, they really do. I don't think the sea turtle has the gift for grab, and it's looking like, man, do you have any time to yourself? And are you focusing on things that really matter, or are you just doing this shit for the show? Really the show. That that you care about certain individuals because some of the things that I have seen from you, it's just like, oh my goodness, when are you gonna learn? Hey, give it up. Don't be around these people that's look doing illegal things. You know how you may get triggered to do something illegal. It's the truth. You know how you may get triggered to do something illegal, but you keep putting yourself in situations, and I see why you may want to go back to the joint. And then you're inviting people to your residence. Why invite people to your residence where you lay your head at? Why do that? I mean, it's almost like as if you want to go back that way. For real. At some point, I would want to. I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to get on here and show the community where the hell I live. Like that's some like it's something big. You know what? You need to be careful because you may mess around and have somebody that really don't like your ass, and they may want to come back on a trip, on a road trip to come get you off you, and then you look all in the hospital, and in the hospital. That's if you survive, wondering why this happened. Stop showing everybody your stuff and your business. Well, no, keep showing it. No, keep showing it because you know what, it may happen. But a person that got common sense wouldn't do that. You know, hell, if you gonna believe, you gonna believe. That's how I feel. I'm not over here stressing and not missing sleep. You look stressed in the face. Them lines, your face. Oh my goodness, I don't know what it is. It's the alcohol, maybe the E. I don't know. It's something, and look in the face. It tells. In the face. It tells in the hair. Because they can take a couple of samples out your hair, and they know what the fuck what the fuck you been doing. Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. I'm just saying. But it's a lot of people that's out here that be on that type of time. Like, and they love to talk a little. Look, they'll talk a little bit, but then they also would, play music over, over and over again. Like we want to sit here and listen to that. If I want to listen to some music, don't you think I got a phone? Look, I got a phone, I got a radio, I also got a TV. I have three options. So why in the fuck do you feel like I need to be over there listening to what you like to listen to? And I ain't never been a fan of that. I ain't look. I can see if you are matching things up. I support you. I like a little mash up here and there. But if you just playing the original song from the beginning to the end, and all you can do is just sit up in the camera. Now it's certain people that's out here that does that I can fuck with, I like, so therefore I don't mind it when it comes to them. But with the ones that is just boring like her, I don't want to see it. That's why she won't never get too many watch outs from me because I don't. Look, I don't be over there. I have to be informed about what's being said, and especially when some of these people come out here and be telling me, "Oh, you shouldn't have said this." How people love to be bone carriers. Be a bone carrier. Keep continue to let me know. But at the same time, I don't really get all that too much light because, hey, you can think what you gonna think, and I'm gonna think how I'm gonna still be thinking of you. You know, like honestly, I just don't care about it. Really about what you have to really think of me, what you have to say about me. It is what it is. It is what it is. Our stories are totally different. Thank goodness. Totally different. And I thank you for giving me a heads up on what not to be like, because you are a prime example of a statistic. Ciao. You are a prime example of that. And that's something that we don't want. Look, I don't want any of my subscribers, let alone family or friends, to be nothing like you. I ain't gonna lie to you. Now, we all done had our things. But, baby, at some point, we need to straighten up ourselves. Conduct yourself in a woman's way. I often say a manly way, but in a woman's, in a real woman's way. Conduct yourself. You're being ratchet and out here and outside. I don't understand it, and that's a problem. And you think people are like, and look, people are cheering you on just for you to embarrass yourself, and they keep, and look, they are going to be keep look, they are going to look, they are going to continue to laugh at you. They ain't laughing with you, they laughing at you because they're seeing what a fool that you really are, and how far that you are willing to go to make a bigger fool and a bigger ass out of yourself. You ain't learned shit. No, oh no, oh no, Londa ain't tired yet. Mm-mm. No, 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 Londa ain't tired yet. I hope she get tired. When somebody gonna wake that ass the hell up before she get unalive around here, fucking around with the wrong one. But she ain't too stupid because she know what. Look, she knows who to cross and who not to cross. That 61-year-old ass know she done been through some things. See, she done got her ass tapped on and tapped in and tapped all around because of that mouth. And see, when you done been slapped around and you done rolled around on the ground, maybe a little bit. Your head, you may have hit the wall or two, or anywhere. You may get a few bats, or bricks. Yes. You guys, I had a crazy dream. I know I'm just gonna be a little bit over the commentary, but I just gotta say this. I had a dream one time, something I did in my 20s. Okay, so I seen somebody that something that was a little bit not right happened to me. Well, something was a situation, and it had some dealings with some money, and in the dream the person seen me. I was out in the public, and I'm like, oh my goodness. Who I know the hell who the hell the person really was until I looked at him, and all of a sudden in the dream they started charging me and attacking me because of something that happened in reality, you know, and I'm like, oh hell no. I had to look. What I did, you guys, I got a ball of dirt in my look. I grabbed a good old big old ball of dirt. I threw it in her face and I ran on off. You know, it felt really real, but I didn't feel anything bad behind it because I mean, it was what it was. You was just a quick old lick, and I caught that bait, and I did. I caught the bait, and hey, I had to do what I had to do. But I don't suggest that. It's sometimes things happen. But one thing I can say, I didn't slut myself out to get it. I did not slut myself out to get it. Oh no, it wasn't UTC. No, I did not slut myself out to get it, thinking that let me see what I used to. Well, look how I used to be. Let me see what all it can give me, or get me. No. At some point, all that shit. Look, things are gonna change. Look, you're gonna look, your body's gonna start filling out on you. You know, people think I done let myself go. Hell no, shit. Look, I don't mind being this way. I don't mind a little weight. Hell, I don't mind it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I take care of myself. I don't have to take vitamins. I don't have to do. I don't put none of that stuff in my body at all. I just get up and move and drink my water. Even though I like to drink other things, but I drink my water and I eat my vegetables. I can eat it raw, baked, whatever, sauteed, whatever. Baby, I can do it. I can do it just like that. I know how to survive. Yes, indeed, with or without a manual. Okay, I done did it before. I done look. If I can go into details about it, but I feel like I don't need to go into details about it because people love to, you know, um, throw back what you done told them in your face. Well, really, what you done said on your channel is like, oh fuck, we got these people out here that's like that because a few videos that I made, they wasn't so good, so therefore, you know, people wanted to save them and download them. So hey, it is what it is. I ain't worried about that shit. Hell, I don't know why the hell you keeping them for. Look, look who after this? Well, really after 4 or 5 years, or 6 years, or 10 years, or down the line, who's gonna really care? That's old shit. I like shit that happened in 2018. I am not concerned about it. Shit that happened in 2010 or 2009 or 7 or 8. Or really better yet, 2005. All that whatever I done had to go through, really, and let it on. I can go further. Not in the 90s. All that look, whatever has happened with me in life, I'm not harping on that shit because you know what? It's gonna be some more shit that I gotta take care of. I don't know. I don't understand how people can continue to think that we're gonna be going around here telling the same old story, and we're gonna be expecting the public to feel sorry for us, and they want some donations too. You gotta watch out for that. A lot of people a lot of folks love to pull on people's heartstrings, and they try to get what they want out of them. And then, sometimes people are very, very gullible, and you can't be gullible. Sometimes you need to show receipts and show pictures. Look, let me see that. Look, if any, look, I'm gonna give you guys a heads up. If anytime someone asks you guys for some money, and they look, just ask them. If they ask for a large amount, like $50 or $100, they need to show you all of what they spent. They need to, because if you didn't spend it on the things that could help you and whoever may be around you, if you got a kid or a trifling ass nigga that's not willing to work or or really go out and try to see what he can, get to help your ass and his, you need to see that shit. You need to check. You gotta check. Cause I'm just not with that. I ain't here for the sad stories. Mm-mm. Don't come over here with that violin bull crap. Who gives a who? Look, you going look. I'm going through something too. You going through the same shit that everybody has to go through. Change. Look, all you gotta do is just change the situation. Just change it. You said, well, you get a string yard so we can get in. I mean, get on the panel with you. You'll be a great host. Um, I don't do string yard, so I just kind of just go with the flow. But maybe in the future I will. But yes, back to the the street, well, the YouTube streetwalkers. Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna lie to you, they be walking through, and the reason why I call them that because they either they want attention, and they also want you to give them, their, numbers and what website are you on, so we can talk on the back end. Mm-hmm. And then they want to, I also add stories in there so they can try to get money out of you, the whole shebang. I'm just glad that I don't have to resort to doing that, because when you are like a woman like that, the sea turtle, that's a good name for her. I love it. Oh, we the sea turtle. Yes, indeed, baby, the sea turtle. That's why that ass sitting down so much. Look, sea turtle can't walk, so she can't walk too far. She can. Oh look, I don't. And it's something to me how you can be all in the club and standing all on up and shit like that, but Oh, when it's time to walk. hmm You don't want to do all that when you are look when you are on the streets, when you're on the streets rolling around that hover around, you know, rolling around and trying to and really trying to really attack people. Well, not attack, but mess with people that ain't trying to really be too much bother and try to say, "Oh, I got a name out here." I don't know why you seem to think that we care about that. We don't. If we did, baby, we would tell you. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. They are the streetwalkers. Look. They are the YouTube streetwalkers. It's a lot. It's a lot of them. It's a lot of them. It's a lot of them. And she used to eat on coochie, so she's looking for both. She's looking for both. Friends too, probably. Yeah. Lonely over there. She want to talk about people being sick deprived. Shit, get a rose. How about you get back? Oh, look, better yet, remember that video that you made? You made a video talking about you wanted to pat your pussy. That's what you said. You was gonna pat your pussy. Why at that age? Just why would you want to get online in a bed and to pat your pussy? For who? For a person that you're mad at? So you want to pat, knowing that you got kids out here, and you don't mind your grannies. You don't mind the grandkids seeing granny in a compromising position, which is so sad. Cause should no granny at 66, in her 60s, shouldn't be performing those type of acts. And then, but what, you can show a little ass here and there, even though you can't move around too much, because you got too much you got on, that's inside of you, that you're moving around with. You ain't doing too much with all. You can't do too much with that because you be on the float, let alone some stairs. I seen them stairs in your house. I seen them stairs. I'm surprised you won't go down them stairs. I want to see your ass go back and forth, then down them motherfucking stairs, get a good old workout. How about that? Can we see that shit for a chance? I'm just saying, because you're the runner. You think that's so? Look, them houses are old. That ain't look. That ain't modern. That ain't modern at all. That ain't modern. Two stairs. That ain't modern. That ain't modern at all. Girl, look, if I walked in your house, I feel like we in the 90s or the 80s. Shit, girl, what's all of this? I don't. Ooh, the speaker. Wow. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's played out. How about you just get a Bluetooth? Get a smaller Bluetooth. With well, a smaller speaker with a Bluetooth, and go from there. Cause baby, the rate that you going and you over here playing knucking and bucking and all this young stuff. I mean, these songs that young people were that young people would listen to. You over there listening to all of that. Now, I ain't nothing wrong with that, but it's like, man, at some point, when would you play people? When would you play people music that's around your age instead of playing these other folks' music? It's a little disturbing, and I think that you're still trying to be young, and you're not. Look, you're not going back to how you used to be. You know, that's changing. It is. I'm sorry, it is. It's changing. Yeah, house party smelling like sausages and mothballs, and a house like that. I wouldn't want to be in because it was old. I ain't just them old ass houses. Look, the house that I'm in, it was built in the '50s, baby. I got something that's gonna be around here for some more years. That one looked like it was maybe built in the '40s or '20s. I don't know. They got they look it look like a board one of them boarding houses, something that you would see off of Hey Arnold. I'm just saying. You got a nigga upstairs and you got a nigga downstairs, and then you got a nigga and a bitch, hey, with the kid on down the hall and shit. They using your shit. You getting tired and shit like that. I'm just saying, y'all know how it goes. They around here making all this type of racket, and you want their ass to shut the fuck up, but they won't shut the fuck up because their parents ain't watching them. You know what I'm saying? You know how to go. You know how this shit goes. Y'all know how it goes when it comes to ghetto, when it comes to the hood. When it comes to the hood, expect all type of things. When it comes to the hood, you won't. I don't have anything to say. I'm sorry, I lost count. I lost my wording. When it comes to the hood, you won't feel safe for too long. You don't see some things that ain't gonna have you too strong. You're gonna be ready to haul haul some ass up on out of a certain neighborhood. I'm just saying. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But other than that, it's been real, you guys. It's been real. But yes, I just have to come on and say that because there's been a lot of people on here that's been presenting those type of behaviors. But then they want to come back over. They want to get back on their channel and talk about you, and how you are coming off and what you are doing. Like I bet you years from now, she's gonna be doing. Look, sea turtle over there. Cause she showed us a sea turtle. I ain't even thinking about that one. That was a good one, Deanna. That was a good one. Shout out to Deanna Herb, aka Verbal Assassin. But when she what I was gonna say, oh, years from now, oh yeah, she's gonna be on here doing that same old thing, just picking at people. And I keep on saying, baby, it ain't too good. It ain't good to give too much of your energy to YouTube, because when you on YouTube so much, you kind of forget about what's outside. Go outside a little bit more and put the phone down. You don't have to record so much. I ain't recording so much, baby. You gonna get a quick short, a few seconds, and that's it. We ain't finna be on here for 4 and 5 hours. Ain't nobody got time for all that. I ain't look. I don't even have that much to talk about. I ain't that interesting like that. No, not to be sitting and just listening. Hell, no, I can see if you're doing a chore, or if you're at work or something, or if you just out here just doing something and you need something to listen to make the day go a little bit, make the day go by a little faster. But hell no, we ain't doing all that. That's just giving me a addict. Addicts out here, addicts, boy. These are some addicts, and they showing us these are some functional addicts. Yes, indeed, they are some functional addicts, and don't let them tell you any different. Look at their patterns, back to back. Look at their patterns. They can easily say that. I'm just saying it's the truth, and we ain't putting none of that stuff on mute. It is the truth. I ain't gonna lie to you. Ain't nothing wrong with being a loner, TC. Ain't nothing wrong with being a loner. You said it's a down now. That's a jingle. Yep, it just be coming to me. Addiction to YouTube for real, for real. Yes, it is. That's a it's real. That's a real thing. A lot of folks are addicted. Some folks can't. They can kind of let this stuff be their real life, and then you can't let it be your real life. You gotta know how to separate the two, because at the end of the day, no matter how mad you get, you shouldn't want to go out and cause harm, not unless if it's coming your way. Then you protect yourself, and you defend yourself if you have to. But if it ain't getting to that extent, why even try to make it to something like that so it can get like that? You don't want that on you, and that's crazy. Because I'm not finna invite trouble my way. You are inviting people your way. You are inviting people that's really can fuck you up. Excuse my language, but that can really tell your ass a new hole. Probably have four holes. You got your mouth, you got your coochie hole, and you got your booty hole, but they probably add another hole to you. I'm just saying, about that plan. You got so much to say about this person, that person, but let a real person come around you on that issue, and really about really on that time. How your meat out? Look, they would have your meat at your taco. Have your meat out of look at your taco, and then what? What we gonna have for YouTube? Mm, someone that got murdered and assaulted. And nowadays, these motherfuckers will kill you and then mess around and have sex with you, with your corpse. Since you ain't in your body no more, they'll have sex with your corpse. Then he'll burn you somewhere, put you in the trunk somewhere, throw you in the river, in the box somewhere, or suitcase, or a trash can. Y'all know how this is real life. Yes, indeed. We need to faking. Y'all, we all them stories that we done seen out here. Hey, we live around it. It ain't never going to stop. Mm-mm. It's the truth. We ain't putting none of that on mute. It ain't at all. It's the truth. I ain't gonna lie to you. It can happen. hmm It can happen. That's why don't be. You can act tough and have this aura about you, like you don't play. But shit, hell, is it really worth it? Is it really worth it losing your freedoms? Is it really worth it? Is it really worth you losing what you got going on with yourself? Hell no. Shit, I may be pissed, but I ain't finna be this so pissed to the point where I'm ready to shoot you. Look, no, really, I'm ready. I'm ready for you. Well, really, I'm allowing people to come to where I'm staying, or really, I go to where they are at since they don't like me. And why would the hell? Look, why in the hell would you go to a spot where you know people don't like you? You looking for your ass to get got? Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. And then vice versa. Yes, indeed. And that's you don't even understand how much danger you putting yourself out there. You know that nigga Stumpy, he had a screenshot of your house on a thumbnail. I wish a motherfucker would have my shit like that out there. Hell no. Mm-mm. At all. No. We ain't finna do that. You know, that'll cause that well, I wouldn't be nasty, but that'll just really just cause me to try to just take everything down. I'm gonna just be flagging, coming out with different pages and everything. Help me. Look, I'll make a petition. Come on. We can your ass one out of here with that one. You know. But you are trying to prove to the world that you are somebody, which you are, but you ain't that somebody that you used to be. However you was doing it, but I'm sure it was probably in a cheap way because you don't give me the class. That look, you don't give me classy at all. You don't give me class. You give me hood rag. We talk about hood rags. Got on crag. Got on crag. Got on crag. Sucking on some pussy. Yes, indeed. Having a nigga. Having another woman's nigga. Okay. Couldn't keep him. He didn't want you. Hood rag. Well, we're talking about hood rags. That's what we're talking about today. Talking about some hood rat. And the cycle never broke. It didn't. I ain't lying. I ain't lying. It's the truth. The cycle never broke. And you want to be over here mad off of YouTube because some shit didn't go your way when you was around. What 40, 30, whatever. Shit, 50. Baby, that ain't our fault. That's your fault. You didn't get your shit together. You know, and even if you had it together, you slipped and let the ball drop. And look how I did you. And look how I had you. Look how it had you. And look what it made you do. Okay? Look what it made you do. And look how it's continuing to make you look at what you're doing right now in today's time, in the present, in 2025. The same shit that you've been doing however long you've been on here. I don't give a damn because I don't watch it like that, baby. Because you a plur look, a plum do, a plum. How's it? Is it a plur do? A plur do? Yes, I think it's a plur do food. Yes, indeed. Hell, go and look, go bathe, go do something else than what you doing, because it ain't a turn on to me, it's a turn off. It's a turn off. That sweaty ass skin, boy. But I can tell. Hey, it ain't. You can't blame it on the wig because your skin is oily. You very oily. Now go back to the doctor and try to prove that you ain't doing drugs. Since you like to prove a point. Since you like proving points, go back to the doctor on that because I'm seeing I'm seeing an addict, a functional one, a one that relapsed. Okay, that relapsed. That relapse. It ain't got too much shit to show for it. But you know what? It's the assistance that's getting to her head too, because we all know how that goes. Ugh. And then she lazy, so therefore, she feel like she done made it. Yeah, you done made it all right. Okay, you done made it. You done made it. Being second best, the bottom of the barrel. Really, the bottom of the shelf. Really, if you ask me, the last choice. Mm-hmm. The last choice. The last choice. Now go back and get online for 10 and 12 hours on that. On this one. On this one. Go back and be online for hours and hours and hours and hours while you over there cussing and fussing with your kids and with your grannies and with your grandkids in the background as if that's something to be proud of. And they over here asking you questions and you getting irritated because you trying to do some fucking YouTube, but you need to be focused on your goddamn grandkids. But you ain't trying to be focused on them. You got your head into the YouTube, to the camera on YouTube. What's up with that? Shit, you showing me what's really important. They ain't, but we are. The ones that we don't, the ones that would never see you, let alone talk to you. You know, you over here giving them all of your attention. Handle your motherfucking business. Put the motherfucking phone down. Put the motherfucking phone down. What's wrong with these folks out here? Put the phone down and handle your motherfucking business. And see that's the problem with a lot of folks nowadays. Always want to pick up the motherfucking phone, hmm but don't want to handle their motherfucking business, and then get mad when people pass away or or um or things go south. It ain't working out. Get off of YouTube and handle your business. What's wrong with you? You know what I mean? Get off of there. You look, if I was on YouTube daily, back to back, 24 hours, hey, back to back, and not giving a rat's ass about what's really important, I'd be looking crazy out here. I'd be coming on here begging, cause you know why? Cause I didn't handle my business. I was too foolish and being childish, being online. I should have been handling my motherfucking business. All the look, the amount of years that I've been on here, and the times, you know, I could have easily lost a lot of money. But I chose to go to work, you know, and I don't regret it. And I think some of these folks need to, just go back to work too, because it's like, damn, y'all asses are just being, they say they are, creators, but they are, the content that they are creating, it ain't looking so good. It's looking very, very like lackluster, and you just put something together, just like some of those entertainers that we see in today's time. Like y'all ain't really here for your fans. You're here for a good old check and just say you did a couple of notes, and that's how you know you're out. Just like just it's just like how it is on here. It's like so many people they want to say, "Oh, I want to get there," but they ain't willing to put that work in. You gotta have some nice videos. And Sea Turtle don't have any nice video. Nobody damn bar, let alone a ragged ass, a hole in the wall, a shack. A shack. Look, I bet you right now the parking lot, it probably can only hold 5 cars. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's how it looks on the inside. Like, oh my goodness, I done been in better places. I ain't lying to you, it's the truth. It's the truth. What's up, the Sims overdose? It's the truth. Like, man, and she think that she's really doing it. Like, okay, if you say so, I lie to you and let you believe it. Yeah, knowing good goddamn well in my mind, I know maybe that ain't ish. That ain't ish. Get out here. Here, go knit. Here. Better yet, go fix some meals. Here, you need to do some meal preps here. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's what I ass need, some meal preps. Stop eating all that processed stuff and all those red meats that's messing you up, that's blowing you up. Shit, sometimes you gotta have roll. You look when it comes to trying to eat right, you gotta learn to rotate. You know, you can't just have the same foods every day like that. Hell no. You look, because if you do, you're gonna be constipated. You need to rotate. You gotta rotate that shit around. If you had pasta and fried, chicken on Monday, you don't need to eat that on Friday and Thursday or Saturday. Eat a salad, eat a soup. Eat a soup. You know, eat you some salmon. Make you some eat a cucumber salad. It's healthy for you. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Drink more water. Forget the pops and the liquor. Even though I ain't gonna lie, it is hard to stop that though sometimes, because when you have been trying to work on a goal, and you may need a little bit of a drink to kind of calm you down a little bit. If you may just need if you may be a little bit bored and maybe a little irritated, hell, pop one open, but don't go too far overboard with it. Because you don't want to get too bloated and have you don't want it to have you looking toe up. Because from what I do see when it comes to that fish, that sea turtle, that alcohol is blowing her up too in the face, and it's not looking attractive. Them lines and that nose, somehow she got Indian in her. I see a little bit of the Indian in her, but at the same time, I still see that that sea turtle. That's what I see. That's what I see, and I'm sticking to it. Shout out to Verbal Assassin for giving her that name, the sea turtle. I need to go find me some sea turtle pictures to put on the wall so she'll know what she look like. Cause what she look in the mirror right now, it'd be a lie. She be lying. It be she her reflection be lying to herself. That ain't how you look, bitch. Uh, Bet you like look the original one of the original ones. Okay, you just managed to live a little longer than everybody else did. You survived all right. Okay, since you are a recovering addict. Okay, you can be a survivor. Hey, of your some of your peers, because some of your peers ain't even here anymore. You can be look. You can be an advocate for that. Yes, indeed. How you look? Tell us your story, and that people don't really give too much else about. That's why you got knocked down from that panel, baby, baby, baby. Anytime you come around me, baby, I'm gonna keep on reminding you, baby, baby. We need you to help and move on. We don't give a damn about that shit. We don't, and they didn't give a damn about that shit. And you got mad, cry about it too. You got pissed. You got pissed. You out for seeing you in that purse. You put that purse on down, baby. I knew you was hot as Stumpy. Stumpy got on that ass for a little second, and you know what? He triggered you. He triggered you. He did. He triggered you. I was there. I seen it live in the flesh. Well, no, I wasn't there live, but I seen it when it happened. After it happened, and then I went back and watched her, and then I went back and I viewed with a little bit of what you had to say, which was nothing. It was just a pitiful face. Bitch, you look like a pitiful clown. Yes, indeed. I wanted you to do some tricks, okay? Or really be a mine. Hopefully one day, hopefully Yolanda can be a mine, okay? For real. Since she got so much talent. What's over there? What's over there? What's over there? Go up to the bar. That's talent, you guys. We going hard. We going hard and crew. We going hard. Who the fuck is going hard over there? Shit, baby, you going slow. As they go. I ain't lying to you. It's the truth. We going hard. We going hard. Come on, go. Let's go hard, crew. Yes. Girl, we need to go hard and slow the hell down. Go hard on that. Go hard on slowing the hell down, but you don't know how to slow it down because you got too much time on your hands for YouTube. For YouTube, go hard on that, slowing it down. Go hard on that. You can't even do that. Trying to keep up with all these young people, you old enough to be their auntie and mama, their sister and their brother. Shit, I ain't lying. Shit, it's ridiculous at times. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But you know what? The kids can teach you how to be more of a grandmother. Yes, indeed. You guys, I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. All right, I'm back, you guys. Yes, indeed. But yes, it was something. Yes, dumpling booty. Yes, indeed, dumpling. I loved it seeing you. I love when people come back on your ass and you can't handle it. I noticed that about her. She can't handle it. She can't handle it. And that's why I love to, give my little commentary. Since you want to do commentary on me and things like that and whatever happened in the past, baby, I'm gonna do some commentary on you and things that I see of you. I see weak. I see pussy, baby. I see a weak pussy older woman in my eyes when I see you. Yes, I do. I see you. I see that a lot in you. I see you. I see you, and you don't phase me. You don't have me over here getting all mad and upset. I know you're mad on the inside daily. That's why you need to go to church and get your ass in a pew. Get out of that chair and get out of that raggedy ass house. Get out of that raggedy ass house, that 90s house of yours. Girl, please catch up with the times. Get out of that raggedy ass house and go to church. Yes, indeed. Get on your knees. You got so much time for the clubs, for clubs and bars, and for family outings and barbecues and fish fries. Yes, indeed, and doctor's appointments. Yeah. And bus rides too. We can't forget that. Cause you a good hoe that love to ride, that loves to ride the bus. I can't even see myself getting on the bus, but yeah, take your ass to church. You can get there on your hover round, or better yet, ask for a ride. or ask, well, transfer will be closed on Sunday, so you can always, call a cab or Lyft or Uber. There are ways to get to a church house on a Sunday. Yes, indeed. That's if you want to go. Now, if you don't want to go, that just let me know you don't give God your time. Yes, yes, I would say you don't want to give God his time, and I totally don't understand that. Since you can get since you can give your time so much of your time to the YouTube and to all these other people, and to all these other people out here, but you're not giving your time to God. You're not. You're not. And it shows. Because the enemy has been whooping your ass. He's been whooping your ass, baby. The enemy has been whooping your ass so much. Hey, prayed up so much to the point where you can't leave. You feel like this is something that you gotta be here for, and you don't. You don't. You should have. You look. Your ass should have been. Your ass should have been already gone. Should have been already gone off of YouTube. I ain't talking about really off the earth. I'm just saying you should have been already gone with your bull crap. Because you do it a whole lot, and all that shit you want to talk about having fouls and fouls and fouls, half the fouls, half many fouls that you want to. I won't be watching the shit, but at the same time you'll be incriminating your ass. Yes, you would be. And at the end of the day, you are going to be looking really, really bad. Looking toe up. A bad reflection. A bad reflection. I don't have to stoop so low to a level like yours, especially at a woman that's 61. I don't have to stoop so low to do all the shit that you trying to do to somebody, cause it ain't working. It ain't working over here. You got so much time to do this and do that, but you forgot to realize you wasting your time. You've been wasting your time for however long you've been on here. You've been wasting your time. And it's time for you to get up off of that motherfucking time and do something totally different. Because if you don't, baby, like I said, hopefully you won't stroke out on here live. Okay, in living color. Live and in living color. Hold on, you guys. Give me a second. You know, it's the truth, live and living color. You're doing all that talking over there like somebody's really gonna be over here upset. I ain't upset. I damn sure ain't finna show you this and show you that, cause that's all you can do for the world. Is prove points to strangers, proving points at 61 to strangers, proving points to strangers that you would never ever meet, and you are inviting them to your residence, Girl, please, are you high again? I think you was high that night too. That's why I say you are a functioning alcoholic, and you are a functioning drug addict, and you are a functioning addict, all in one, a statistic all in one. I see people like you every day on the streets, with shoes or without them, dressed all up in shit and everything. It ain't changing my thought on them. Cause I don't associate, let alone want them even looking my damn way or talking to me. I'm not Mr. Nicey Nicey like you are. I ain't that person when it comes to these niggas out here in the streets. You on drugs, fix your shit. Get off the shit. Go find something else that can soothe a high that you are chasing out after of that you ain't gonna ever get. Because the first time that you ever get high, you won't feel that same high anymore. You're gonna be chasing, 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 chasing. That's why a lot of these motherfuckers out here right now are still doing the drugs that they are doing, because they keep on chasing that first high, that good old hit. But at the same time, that good old hit, it can cost them their lives, let alone and other things, their jobs. Hell, that's probably why your ass ain't working either. Shit, because we don't know. Hell, look. I'm only going by what you say. But at the same time, doing drugs too can cost you a motherfucking job. That's why you gotta get on, certain type of what incomes, and then you gonna try to pretend and shit like that. Go right ahead and continue to do that. Yes, indeed, continue to do that. No one's worried about it at all. I'm not. I'm not. I'm just giving you a little bit of my time, an ounce of it too, to be exact. Because I'm not being on here for hours and hours and hours and hours, and I'm gonna play a little music, and then I'm going to talk and talk and talk. We ain't doing none of that over here. I'm not gonna be on here from here to 10 o'clock in the morning. Hell no, who has time for all that shit? Who the fuck is finna be on live from 12? From 12 to 10 and 9 in the morning. I can see if you're around the world doing some adventurous type of stuff, but you ain't even doing that. It's giving high. Yes, indeed. It's like I said, a lot of these niggas out here giving good old high. They high off of something. It ain't just alcohol. It ain't just marijuana, baby. It is something else. And we all notice and we all see you guys for yourselves. You keep snitching on yourselves when you get on here like that. A lot of them do. Especially mm, the ones that don't get a lot of traction to their channels, and then they want to try to, you know, be on live for hours and hours and hours and hours. You know, trying to get some type of revenue, which is so pointless because who's gonna really watch all that? No one is. No one is, not at all. But I'm done talking about that sea turtle over there. Hmm. That sea turtle. Yes, indeed. She needs some. She needs some sea Bible. Let's get some sea Bible. Knock her in the head with a Bible. Knock some of them demons out of her soul. She needs some sea Bible. I ain't gonna lie to you. I wanna see her in church. See her on the front row pew. Get her some church inside of her. You know how the old folks say church. Church. Get some church inside of her. She been out there too long. She worldly. You know, them worldly kids. Oh my goodness, and no, them worldly people. It's hard to reel them on back on in to the house of the Lord. But she need to be reeled on back on in, and drenched in holy oil. Baptize her. Okay, I ain't lying. It's the truth. You know, I ain't putting that on mute. It's the truth. She need to be. Hey, baby. She'll be hollering and screaming, jumping up and down. You know, them big old jugs of hers. They gotta get up. They gotta get about 4 or 5 towels. Cause you know she probably knock a lot of them towels. You know, all over the place with her screaming and pulling and shouting and kicking on the floor in a skirt. You know how she dressed very very cheap like. So we don't want to see anything. So yeah. She probably need about 10 of them hoes. I ain't gonna lie to you. While she at the altar trying to give it up. Girl, you should have been done did that. What took so long? But see, I could tell you're around the same age, as some of these people that I used to know, and I can tell that my grandmother. Well, I would say my grandmother probably would have watched you as a child. She would have, and and to see you coming up like that, I'm sure she would have been so disappointed. Yes, indeed, because I mean, we all know that sometimes you men and women they go out here and they pick these people and they make these decisions and they feel like that's the way to do it and it ain't. And you've been doing it for so long. It's like you're immune to your lifestyle. You're immune to what you have been doing for over the years. And when people are immune to things like that, it's so hard for them to change that. It's so hard to get out of that because that's all they know because they are what immune to it. That's why I don't be feeling sorry for them, baby. Because at some point it'll come back and they'll have that urge, that craving for whatever is turning them on so they can get back on YouTube and act a fool. Yes, indeed. A pure a fool. Yes, indeed. They would. They would. For real, it's the truth. I ain't lying to you. It's the truth. That's why I don't be worried about her. I don't worry about other people's futures and hope they get it together. You better get it together. If you're not, you'll be sinking. You won't be staying afloat. And I ain't helping nobody that can't help themselves. Don't give a damn. And even if you are helping yourself, baby, don't look at my way. Don't look my way for any assistance. Hell no. It depends. But at the same time, that depends. That look that my depends. Hey, it's very very short. Okay, when I say it depends, baby, it's very very short, baby. On a sad story. My eyebrow is raising, and my common sense is kicking in. You hear me? I ain't lying. My common sense be kicking in. Sure, look. I'll be a fool I'll be a goddamn fool to let someone make a fool out of me. When you done been messed over so many times, you should look slap your own ass if you allow someone to make a fool out of your ass. At this point, when you don't been through it, shit, the ball is in your court. You gotta say no. And see, look, I noticed a lot of those things they don't know how to say no. They so used to saying yes. Yes, indeed, they are. Yes, indeed. But they need to know what they need to say. No to them drugs though. Get off of that shit. Cause it'll have you looking crazy to the world. I ain't lying to you. It'll have you looking really, really crazy to the world. And then you wonder why people are coming at you the way they're coming at you. Well, hell, you are putting it out there for us to view it and see it and watch it. So hell, we gonna have, look. We got our opinions about you too, just like you got opinions about other people too. That don't even really talk about you, but you gotta bring them up because you know they gonna get a, the word is gonna get back to them. We love these bone carriers out here. I don't, but the other folks do. It's the truth. It's the truth. But you guys, I done said enough, and I gotta get ready because I gotta go do some things. And it's been real, you guys. I enjoyed this video. This was a nice video. A good nice video. Yes, indeed. On that note, you guys, y'all be safe and blessed and not stressed. I really want some Sonic today, but I gotta eat whatever's at the house. But you guys be blessed and not stressed. And I will chat with you guys later on. And Sea Turtle, you get some rest. Okay, get some rest. Okay, literally, get some rest. Cause you know what, you need it. I can see it in your face. You're making yourself look even more worse and older. Okay, you got the wrong lighting. The wrong lighting. But you know what? Since you want to take it there with yourself. Good look. Drink up and smoke up however much you need to make you feel like somebody that you used to be like. But baby, you ain't that person today in today's time. Get it together, or maybe get offline. If not, come look. Let the world laugh at you instead of with you. Good day, you guys. Peace. Love you guys. My cannonballs. We're out of here.